So this is a fun little exercise that's great to speed up your reaction time. Everything comes at you pretty quickly, so you'll have to be on your toes to ride this well. Or you will be once you've ridden it a few times. Okay, so it's a bit of a tricky setup, but I'm sure you'll nail it anyway. So just more than halfway from the long side of your arena, facing into the corner, you set up your first oxer, like this. Then just above it, quite close to the long side of your arena, you set up your first vertical, basically facing the far corner of the arena. Then you set up your next oxer for your first related distance, 20 paces away, so it rides 4 strides. You then set up a vertical at an angle like this, so that you can ride a curve to this vertical. It's a related distance that rides 6 strides, so you need to measure 28 paces on the curve between the 2 jumps. When you're setting up this jump, bear in mind that you need to leave space for this oxer, which is the next jump to set up. This jump is on a related distance from the first oxer. It's 4 strides, which will measure out at 20 paces. So that's the tricky stuff done. Now you just need to set up the double combination down the other long side of your arena. So it starts off with an oxer and ends off with a vertical 2 strides away. That's 12 paces. And that's it, all set up and ready to go. Okay, so there are a few areas you need to look out for, and the first is the ride to number 1. The approach is off a short turn and you really only have about 4 strides to find your takeoff spot. So make sure you look really early to give yourself as much time as possible to find your spot. A little hack you can try is if you're getting close to the jump and you haven't seen anything yet, delay your turn a bit and go a bit wider. It'll give you an extra second, which is sometimes all you need to find your good takeoff spot. Then, as always, the turnbacks to a related distance need to be ridden well. By that I mean, don't get bogged down on the tight part of the turn and let your horse's stride get shorter. That way, you are more likely to get a deep ride with not enough momentum, which will make the related distance ride too long. So make sure you look early and keep stepping forward through the turn, and the related distance will ride perfectly. Then the tricky little line on the curve. Firstly, you need to do a lead change over the jump. So make sure you're using enough outside leg to get that done. And then make sure you get onto the line you walked when you built this exercise as soon as possible. It's easy to miss your turn and go wide on this little line, which will obviously make your line ride too long. So use enough outside leg over the jump and really focus on getting onto the correct line and you'll be fine. I'll demo one other way you can ride this exercise. I'm sure there are many more, so you can get creative with it if you want. I've also demoed riding the line on a curve on a more direct line, which allows me to leave out a stride. It's a good tactic for jump-offs, so you can practice that as well.